Hispanic Heritage Month started yesterday. It's a time to honor and celebrate Hispanic and Latino culture, and organizations all across the Bay Area are taking part for the next 4 weeks, and that includes the Latino Community Foundation based in San Francisco. Joining us now live to talk more about the work that they're doing is Anais Amaya. Anais, good to have you on this afternoon. Really appreciate it. Let's first start with the backdrop that Hispanic Heritage Month is playing out against, and that's obviously the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. We know the Hispanic community has been hit extraordinarily hard by this virus. Talk about the work your organization is doing to try to slow the spread in that community in particular.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me, Alex. Hispanic
Absolutely.
Heritage Month has been to recognize and celebrate Latinos across the country. You know, we're artists, we're business owners, military members fighting for this country. And we are an essential part of America's cultural fabric. But this year, we're also taking time to recognize that we're also philanthropists. We here at LCF have the largest network of Latino philanthropists in the country while only operating statewide. And since March, we have mobilized and invested close to $150,000 in nonprofit organizations providing wraparound services to the community. Like you were saying, the Latino community has been hit very hard by COVID. So our members have risen up and they have acted. They listened to the needs of the community and they moved. They made sure that the money from their pockets went to those organizations that were providing services to those families that needed it the most.
What do you think needs to be done? What else needs to be done, do you think, in terms of policy changes to help further protect the Hispanic community as this pandemic continues to unfold?
Exactly. We need to get out and vote. We are actually getting ready for a big virtual event we're having on October 6th to mobilize Latino voters to vote. Policymakers need to hear what's going on and how this is affecting our community. Since this has started, we have had over 300,000 cases of COVID within the Latino community. We are the most affected ones, and we are the ones that need to get out and make sure that our voices are heard and we're making noise.
Do you think, when you look at it, you talk about the upcoming election now, we're less than 50 days away. Do you think that enough Latinos here in California are registered to vote? And are you confident that enough people who are eligible to vote are actually going to get out and cast their ballot?
We're confident that we are doing a lot of work to get people out there and registered, but there's still a lot of work to be done. People need to really understand what's at stake. This election, it's the livelihoods of people that are at stake, and people need to understand that. So yes, we are doing a lot of work, but there's still a lot more that needs to be done.
All right. Well, we appreciate the work you are doing, and again, some very pressing issues for the Hispanic community as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Anais Amaya from the Latino Community Foundation based in San Francisco. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.